All right, so next up we have one of the most important members of Carnival for quite a good number of years, a man who's been the Elferot's president, been the group leader, and does so many things to continue to help us move forward. I think most of you know him, so with no further ado, Mark Davis.
That's the mic. Everyone in the back can hear me? Okay, good. Rufus T. Firefly here with the evening news. Now that I have you all here, I'd like to talk to you about extending your car warranties. On the political front, you the bomb. No, you the bomb. That's a compliment in America. It's an argument in the Middle East. This just in, the most common street name in America is second. First is third. This new study contradicts an old study. Further experts claim that another study is necessary, and the world continues to spiral out of control. Over the last 2 centuries, our average height has increased several inches, our body temperature has decreased about 1 degree, and our skin has become 10 times thinner. In the next election, I'm asking all Californians to join me in voting no on yes. For the record, I condemn all condemnable posts, speeches, letters, conversation, thoughts, and ideas. Please join me in this condemnation. Only by condemning can we rid the world of things that clearly need to be condemned. Those who don't condemn are themselves condemnable. Now, from Sacramento, with droves of people leaving California, they have released a new promo in an effort to get people to move back into the state. Come to California. Outside of fire season, drought season, and deadly mudslide season, there are 3 great days in April to enjoy. You can also ski and surf on the same day. Even if you haven't done it in years, you can be smug in the knowledge that you could, but you haven't, but you could. Remember, you can go camping right on the sidewalk. No permit required like the state parks. And if you purchase property, Zillow estimates that your cardboard box will be worth $3 million in a few years. Now, points to ponder. If swearing is immature, why is it referred to as adult language? You can be overwhelmed, you can be underwhelmed, but can you be just whelmed? Tequila may not fix your life, but it's worth a shot. Imagine if trees gave off Wi-Fi signals. We'd be planting so many trees. Too bad they only produce the oxygen we breathe. If you wear a belt made of $100 bills, it's just a waste of money. From my past newscasts, as you can tell, I'm trying to cut down on sexual innuendos. But it's hard, so hard. New in the cinema. Movie released today about a gang of thieves that smash optical shop windows to steal glasses frames. It's called The Rim Job. It sounds like quite the spectacle. Have you heard of the new movie coming out? Constipation? Oh, sorry, that one hasn't come out yet. On to couples therapy. Give it to me, she yelled. I'm so wet, give it to me now. She could scream all she wanted, I was keeping that umbrella. The other night, my wife dressed up as a police officer and placed me under arrest on suspicion of being a great lover. I was released 3 minutes later for lack of evidence. She then accused me of stealing her thesaurus. Not only was I shocked, I was dismayed and aghast. In local news, Viagra shipment stolen. Cops looking for gang of hardened criminals. Though in their backyards, several neighborhood husbands are pretty mad at their wives for sunbathing nude. Others are completely on the fence. Turmoil brewing in the Smith household as Paul wants to buy a llama and name it Dolly. Local man reading a horror book in Braille and he's terrified. He says something bad's about to happen. He can feel it. On religion, someone recently claimed that there is no biblical evidence that Jesus knew how to drive, so letting him take the wheel of your car seems rather irresponsible. To this heathen, I say you are wrong. Everybody knows that Jesus drove a Honda. From John 12:49, for I do not speak of my own accord. News today on the indestructible Chuck Norris. Earlier, when he jumped from a plane with friends, his parachute failed to open. So he returned it for a refund. And while waiting at the return desk, he counted to infinity, twice. Just remember, when they need help, 911 calls Chuck Norris. From Does It Make Sense? We answer the following question: why are fire trucks red? Because they have 8 wheels and 4 people on them, and 4 plus 8 is 12. And there are 12 inches in a ruler, and Queen Elizabeth was a ruler. And Queen Elizabeth was also a ship, and the ship sailed the seas. And in the seas, there are fish, and fish have fins. And the Finns fought the Russians, and the Russians are red. And fire trucks are always rushing around, so that's why fire trucks are red. Disclosure, if you have young children, you may want to escort them out of the room, or, well, they find out what carnival is really like. With Thanksgiving and Christmas holidays over, we want to remind everyone of 10 things you can no longer say in polite company. Number 1, no, I'm stuffed. I've been munching nuts all day. 2, you still have a bit dribbling down your chin. 3, tying the legs together keeps the inside moist. 4, smother that juice all over the breasts. 5, it's a little dry. Do you still want to eat it? 6, you'll know it's ready when it pops up. 7, if I don't undo my belt, I'll burst. 8, I didn't expect everyone to come at the same time. 9, stuff it up between the legs as far as it'll go. 10, do you think we'll be able to handle all these people at once? Only 10, Mona. And in closing, our segment of advice to the lovelorn and a word from our sponsor. Someone has a crush on you, is falling in love with you, dreamed of you last night, and you have no idea. And other hilarious jokes you can tell yourself from our new self-help book, How to Beat Your Way to the Top by Dick N. Gorge. Now on to emails from our viewers. From Sex Time in Northern California. Dear Rufus, is it true that during sex you burn off as many calories as running 8 miles? Sexy Time, who the hell runs 8 miles in 30 seconds? From Anita Hookup, down in Alabama. Dear Rufus, I'm 19 years old and still a virgin. Are my brothers gay? Goddamn Alabama. In from Carmen the Cigar in New Jersey. Dear Rufus, my wife and I have been arguing about marriage for days. How do I tell my wife to embrace her mistakes? Carmen, ask her to give you a hug. Big Daddy Fish in Times Square writes, Dear Rufus, when a man talks dirty to a woman, it's harassment. What's it called when a woman talks dirty to a man? Big Daddy, it's called $4.99 a minute. From Anonymous in South Central LA, Dear Rufus, my fiance got his ex-girlfriend pregnant, but we both still love each other. Should I stay? Yes, they'll need a clown for the kids' birthday parties. From Rehabilitated in Illinois, Dear Rufus, Chicago rocks. In a recent survey of men from Chicago, 86% said they'd have enjoyed sex in the shower. What say you? Rehabilitated? I guess the other 14% haven't been in prison yet. From Tom in Oklahoma, Dear Rufus, what should I think when a girl takes her clothes off in front of me? Tom, well, either she's really interested in you or you're level 99 friend zoned. Or she hasn't spotted you in the tree yet. Thank you.
You know the drill. Phoenix! Hello! Phoenix! Hello! Phoenix! Hello! And our Prince and Par, there's not one? Oh,